Today, I have Travis Horn, also known as the Balance Guru. Welcome, Travis, to What the Foot, where we build the foundation of our body from the ground up. So, Travis, welcome to our What the Foot show. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
How's it going, man? I appreciate you having me. And it's been a long time coming. We were bound to do this some way or another. So I appreciate you and thank you for having me on your show here. And I agree, totally right. You know, so I'm from the Balance Guru, the name also known as is balance. And where do we start our balance from? When we wake up in the morning? Our feet. So it's very important to understand our feet is the key to our healthy life.
It's so wonderful to able to talk to you again. This is our second meeting. The first time we met was face-to-face. And with this COVID-19, I guess we're kind of stuck to having these virtual meetings for now. Just want to give the audience a little bit of a background on how we first get to know each other. For me, Travis Horn has been the activist for Active Life for about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. And what activists for Active Life USA website, what they do is they are example of active people that are self-empowered, help themselves to be healthy and active. World record holder for the handstand. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was amazing because it's the self-empowerment of when they say one door closes, other doors open. Several years back, I started doing extreme handstands on dumbbells, not even thinking 7 years later I was going to be flown out to Rome to set the world record for the highest handstand on a self-built tower, which is 5 meters. It all translated into me not giving up and me thinking of, oh, I have a vision, I have a dream. So the Active Life, your brand and your branches off your brand it totally just intertwined with the Balance Guru.
It was amazing watching you setting the world record. My heart was almost, jumping out of my body watching, and I was afraid that you're gonna fall. So it's for the audience that haven't gotten a chance to see it. Definitely, check out the Balance Guru on his website, thebalanceguru.com. Watch the video. Also, he has the Instagram. Under the Balance Guru as well, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And also on Facebook. So he's available all social media channel, and it's amazing. Every week you continue to discover yourself doing some crazy stuff and things that you learned, that you invented for the past 7 years. This is quite striking for me because this is after so many things that had been done to you. You had surgery. You have broken bones, you have all these things, and you're still able to allow the body to heal. Number one, that's just, amazing to see the ability for you to heal, and then see you're just hitting one highlight after another. And it seems to me like there's no stopping you. And that's what I see, the journey of self-discovery. And I'm along that journey as well, that right now I'm almost turning 50. And I feel a lot better than when I was in my 30s. And I look maybe a little bit older, but I feel a lot younger because I have healthy habits. Along my journey, I learned how to be, not only to be fit, but to be mindful. And the 3 pillars of health, and that's what I want to hear your opinion on it as well. I look at exercise and movement as one pillar for our health. The other one is rest, recovery, and mindfulness. And the third pillar is nutrition. So by staying balanced with those 3 pillars, I feel a lot younger and I feel a lot more energy and very useful as well. So Travis, tell us what's your experience and what you feel that has like a transforming moment in your life, and how that helped you, and how do you stay balanced on these 3 pillars?
I think the first pillar, it's nutrition, and I think that a huge reason why the nutrition is so scattered around is because of a lot of labels or names that are thrown around, like vegan or pescatarian or minerals or nutrients or carb counting. I think that's really confusing people on how the body actually operates. And those three pillars that you're talking about has to do with a lot of education, self-education, trying new things. Like, you have to understand that your body already has microreceptors and chemical receptors in the brain to accept certain minerals and certain nutrients. So it's more of the line of outputting to burn and exhaust, and inputting the nutrients to replace and build and replenish and grow. A lot of people need to realize that our body has to stay at 98.6 regardless. It burns. That's what our organs need to stay. So we have to consume food no matter what, just to stay alive. So consuming food is a survival thing, not a pleasurable thing. So I stay in the mindset of my output versus input. I always rate the food. I guess since the Marine Corps, I live in survival mode where I think I'm in 1910 and I have to go and catch the chicken, or I have to milk the cow. So that I translate to physical output, which is my fitness. Instead of, because the cow is already milked and the chicken already has the eggs in the grocery store, how do you mimic that in a modern day age? You would to go output. Output means burning or exhausting more than the natural or the neutral.
That's a great perspective, and many people don't think of it that way. But when you break it down to, it's really simple, right? I mean, it's and this is why you wrote the body manual and the sleep manual. So maybe you can touch a little bit on that relaxation, mindfulness, and sleep on that pillars as well.
Yeah, so that to me, from my broken femur, from my knee replacement, my torn rotator cuffs, my scoliosis, my sciatica, my tenderness, I have all of that. And from those, it's weird to say that I've actually have humanitarian discoveries, which we're going to talk about that, me and you. That's our deeper projects that we have on how we actually can really help from just being mindful of the neutral upon sleep. Because a lot of people, we're not consciously aware of it, which is gravity. Since gravity puts us everything on the floor, we don't think about how it actually manipulates us. Like, think about this. Have you ever been sitting in a car and then you wanted to reach back in the back seat, but it's at a really weird angle that your shoulders like I can't hold my arm there very long. That has to do with the way gravity is pushing on the fulcrum. So there, if that matters, then it 100% matters while you sleep. Because remember, in my manual, my sleep manual, or my quote manual I just released, you can't release if you're not relaxed. So if you are not relaxed in the right position, you are technically not releasing. And because that's from a massage therapy side, because I learned how to relax people. Because when you're getting massaged, if it's your first time being massaged, you're a little iffy, you're a little tensed up. So you have to relax so you can release.
That is so important. And as I, my journey of self-discovery, last 2 years ago, I was in Europe learning about fascia, what you're practicing for massage therapy. And, it's as a doctor, I do surgery and I look at fascia a different way. And when I was learning about fascia, it's just the outside wrapping, right? But as now that we learn more about it, it's just amazing. It's a sensory organ that has all those receptors. It has 5 times the receptors, nerve receptor, than the muscle that we have. So if the fascia is tight, you will have a tough time even relaxing the muscle. And it's really interesting. In the last 2 weeks or so, I get a lot of phone calls into my office, and people need to be seen because they're in a lot of pain. And one common theme that what I see is people have fascia issues. Achilles tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, tightness in the joint, restriction in the big toe joints, all these things related to our mind and body experience. And what happened to this COVID-19, people are stressed out. What does it do to our mind? It's created stress, right? It's tightening things up in our mind, but actually in our body, it does the same thing. So people start experiencing more pain, experience more stiffness, and affecting the function of our body as well. So all these things are mind, body, is all in one. So I'm glad you mentioned that. And just like what you mentioned about if you don't relax, you cannot release. And that's a very, very good point. for the audience, I think it's very important to learn from your own body and to read things like the sleep manual, the body manual, so that you understand your body a little bit better. And we're all about education. Whenever I get a chance to talk to Travis, it's always very exciting because we're exchanging knowledge, exchanging the information. How are we going to get people to understand, to learn, to self-empower? Because it's all this journey, right? Is we have one body to work with. And no doctor is going to know your body as good as well as you do. And so by taking the responsibility into your own hand to help yourself, that's the process of self-empowerment.
And that comes on a deeper level of red blood cells, being positive within yourself, because a lot of people, the minute they get an injury, they tap out and they think they can't no more, they won't no more, they're not going to try anymore. Like fascia, so imagine everything is slowly built. Like fascia, once you cut it, it becomes avascular. There's no blood flow there anymore. So a lot of people like to get away stretch marks. They need to understand it needs to be touched and manipulated and moved. Like that's very important. And so remember, think about your teeth like a mechanical toothbrush. So if you brush your teeth, you probably get about 50, 60 strokes in, right? Imagine if we did this. You can only do this for like an hour before your arm hurts, right? So, but imagine a mechanical toothbrush. A mechanical toothbrush will get a default 2,000, 4,000 strokes. So imagine if you took a mechanical toothbrush and you went over your scars, your body promotes red blood cells. It promotes healing upon agitation. That's why when you get cut, it's red around there. You can verify this. So that's how you promote the avascular parts, the surgeries. A lot of people don't even like my aftercare program teaches you how to be a self-therapy, how to do hydrotherapy, beans in a bucket, like to get your some people are like, oh, I just had surgery and I can't do anything. You can put your hand in a bean with buckets and move just like a therapist. Like you're allowed to do this on your own, self-discovery.
Yeah, I think you touch on a very important point. And I discussed this with my patients as well. And to see that you didn't have you didn't go to medical school, but you understand the finer things and you understand your body. And it's amazing what you can learn from discovering within your own body. You didn't go to school, and I went to school and I didn't learn some of the stuff that we had discovered recently within the last 10 years about fascia. And so it's a continuous, it's a nonstop. You have to continuously discover about your body, because your body changes all the time, and look for ways to optimize, to improve our body, how we function. Save that for our next talk. We'll talk about some tools that will help on our journey to better health, better mindfulness, to be stronger, to be well rested, and to have proper nutrition. So Travis, I want to take the opportunity to thank you for taking the time to spend with us and to share your knowledge. You have a lot of knowledge, and you're sharing it every day. So tune in, check out Travis' Facebook page, The Balance Guru, on Instagram, and on his website, thebalanceguru.com. And you can access the sleep manual, I believe the body manual as well there. Did I miss anything, Travis?
No, it's all there. And I'm excited for part 2 because some of your inventions and discoveries is absolutely the next level of the ground. So I'm excited for the next episode also. And I appreciate you having me on.
All right. Thank you very much. And until next time, tune in and please give us your feedback and comments so we can create better content moving into the future. Take care.